Hello everyone, welcome back to Oghupower. I'm Oghu and this is another episode of Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown on the Xbox Series X.
When we got to the mainland, we found the space elevator's support facility. I guess this was the factory where they built the gigantic structure the elevator traveled in. There was this little girl sitting in front of a mural. When the princess saw her, she shuddered like she'd seen a ghost. The girl had a stuffed animal. This was the day after the shit went down at Tyler Island. She walked right up to the princess, took her hand, and led her into the factory. One thing's for sure, they knew each other.
Okay.
The factory'd been converted to a production line for Erusian drones. It was fully automated and chugging along, making drone after drone after drone. Once they got inside, the princess stopped and just stood there.
Right.
Another girl was there with a man in a lab coat. He was trying to use his keyboard, but she wouldn't let him. She took a data chip and threw it on the ground. Then she walked over to us and took the gun from the prison guard's holster. She pulled the trigger and destroyed the chip. Later, I found out that the girl with the gun and the one with the stuffed animal were sisters. They were also the granddaughters of Mihai A. Shalaji, the legendary pilot. Gramps used to talk about him. He said Mihai was the top ace from 2 wars ago. Know any Belkans?
Gründer.
Because this guy was a Belkan, and they love to stir shit up. Pitting nations against other nations is a particular favorite of theirs, along with developing hyper-advanced technology.
Gründer is German and means founder.
I'm Belkan, born and raised. My country is gone now. Rather than surrender to its enemy, Belka detonated 7 nuclear weapons on its own soil. My people scattered around the globe, living in the shadows of other countries. We had a new purpose: to breed wars.
So you're
The
technically
theory was that through war, we could achieve our
terrorist?
destiny and our revenge. I had just finished inputting Mihai's data when his granddaughter came in. She destroyed the only copy I had of the information I squeezed out of him. The girl loved Mihai. No one knew more than her just how hard I pushed her grandfather for that data, how much I made him sacrifice in the process. I promised his granddaughters that his efforts were not in vain, that it could end this terrible war. But in the end, it only caused more chaos and despair.
I think the story might hit a bit
We
more
were
if you
responsible
played
for
all
all
the
this
Allies
damage.
combat games and know all
This
of them.
tragedy. Now, we were going to pay for it. The Erusians, once our allies, would see to that. I had lost the drive to continue my work, even before I noticed Mihai's granddaughters eyeing me with suspicion that one day. I should have stopped then, for all our sakes. Mihai's granddaughter tossed the gun aside. She said if she resorted to killing, she'd just end up like the rest of us. And
Clever
by
girl.
us, she meant everyone, including the princess. Like me, the princess was afraid to look into the girl's eyes. She knew that by encouraging her people, she kept the war going. Mihai and his granddaughter were victims of it, and now, they too were paying the price.
Is this for Belka? Or for Erusia? My grandfather had only one wish: to continue soaring through the endless skies. That was the only place where he felt alive. But I don't even have a country to call home, let alone the sky. The Black Forest, the lake, they are no longer mine. Even though those lands were once cherished by my late mother. We have to learn to put that sense of nostalgia behind us and behave like mature adults.
homeland. She's right. It feels so far away now. The woman with the rifle approached me. She was focused on more pressing issues.
I checked the computer. All of the data on the legendary Ace had already been installed.
No, I pulled it before it was completed. However, there are 2 aircraft that are already scheduled to be manufactured based on that data.
We must destroy the factory.
This isn't the only one. There are more facilities just like it. And the 2
We have to
planes
destroy the
containing the data
facilities.
will be manufactured at one of those facilities.
So, this place runs on solar power that the space elevator generates, right? How about the others?
Right,
We can
technically.
destroy the space elevator and cut the power to them. First things first, let's take this one out.
I'll show you which locations to target.
I stood there, thinking about that mural by the factory's entrance. Harling commissioned it to be painted. I realized that in the background, behind the dancing figures, the artist had painted several space elevators. I understand now. The space elevator wasn't designed to exploit Erusia after all.
Of course not.
Good. And afterwards, we'll bring down the space elevator itself. No matter why it was built, right now, it's the root of this chaos.
Yes, it is.
I wonder.
There's not a lot else you can say about that.
I wonder which path you would choose when looking at Harling's mirror.
Let's get the briefing started.
We've done enough air operations. Just let us go home.
There's no path for us to get home. Whatever direction you fly, it'll be right into a hail of enemy fire. Earlier, we received a communication via the partially restored general network. Here is what it contained. Apparently, the Erusian radicals have gathered around the space elevator, as it's a source of energy. Give the warmongers a powerful energy source, and you give them the luxury to keep on fighting. In response to this, people from both Osea and Erusia have joined forces, and will take down the final Arsenal bird in a saturation attack from the air to the sea. Once that's achieved, they'll take the space elevator from the aggressors.
Has the source been verified?
It could be fake. I hear you. Take a look at what's written at the end. Hey, dumbass. If you want to bring the world back from the brink, go to the Lighthouse. You can see the future.
Dumbass? Sounds familiar.
Certainly does. It's from those guys we met in Tyler Island, the 444 squad. It's a message to all those looking to end the war. But I also think it's a message for Tricker.
Guess we'll do what it says.
Okay. Well then, I'm thinking we go roast that damn bird.
Looks like we're all on the same page. It's time to end this war.
War to end all
Time to
wars.
fly, guys. Let's go get that Arsenal bird.
I could either get the F-35C or the S-35S. Let's go for it. Beauty. Do I want the 6 anti-air? You know what? No, I will. What? Yeah, let's just increase special. Don't need that. Okay. Start this. So for the parts, I want the Queen's Custom. Don't need you. Wanna have... I don't know what, since I'm regenerating them, I really need that. Brake or acceleration? Let's go for acceleration. Sortie. Let's get out of here.
Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Get out of here and attack. October 31st of October of 2019. Yeah, I guess not.
Don't let them damage me. Show them what the erosion, no, what fighter pilots are made of.
Was it us?
Thanks, I owe you.
Yes, it was us.
Get into formation. We have the numbers.
An all-out attack. Everyone.
Well, if it isn't the LRSSG, looks like our luck has turned. LRSSG, you will secure air superiority. There are Erusian aircraft in the Coalition, so they have been ID'd as friendly via the data link.
Okay.
Just confirmed it.
The Erusian government aircraft, including drones, will show up as hostiles. You two aces, I'm thinking it's time to show us what you've got.
We don't have two anymore. Guess nobody told them. That's quite true, Count. It's not just two. Wiseman trained his squad well. Everyone's still in it as an ace. He'd be proud of you all.
Wow, that's really wrong range.
Formations. They have manned aircraft moving UAVs in slave mode. All this just to keep a war going.
To all of you who have gathered here, regardless of your country, this is headquarters of the Ocean Army Southern Command. Wait, you can forget that designation. We are a coalition formed exclusively for the sole purpose of taking down the Arsenal Bird. Wait until we're ready to strike the Arsenal Bird in unison. Roger.
Roger, speaking on an open channel. The enemy can hear everything he's saying. There's no other choice. The
Yep.
Erusian aircraft are in the coalition as well.
Gold Squadron and Rigel Squadron of the Erusian Air Force. We're here on our own. Lancaster, we're entering your airspace.
This is Su-2. Republic of Bosnia also moving to rendezvous. Send squadron. This is Mr. X's crew. Count, ease up. Engagement is forbidden. Don't worry, I know. We need every bird we can call upon. Even if they were flying with the guy that killed Wiseman.
How many more do we need to take out?
Shoot them down one at a time. They'll run out eventually.
The UAVs were sluggish once the leader went down. I thought as much. Drones without leaders are slow as hell. The biggest one is
Okay, commencing transmission. I'm speaking over both terrestrial broadcasting and video transmission networks. It's not important who I... No, who we are.
Hey, Puggy.
Destroy the space elevator. Second, we want power to the drone factory cut in order to put a stop to all the war and chaos that its products cause. And last, we want to bring an end to this pointless war that has given rise to a state of anarchy. Let me tell you what's going on right now. The land is overrun with refugees who have lost their homes. This is no isolated incident. In spite of that, war continues to rage overhead.
Oh.
Communications infrastructure down. This broadcast can only be transmitted to certain regions. If you can access the server, consider yourself lucky. You need to see a real-life princess. Hey, Cosette, say hello to everyone.
It's safe over here. We've taken away all their guns.
Yes, let's open up the exit. Everyone get the refugees into the underground tunnel. George, Tabloid.
All right, understood.
Oh, fine. Nice. Good enough.
Salamander 3, Fox 2.
This airspace is like a testing ground for their weapons. Why don't those bastards show themselves?
Good job.
Yeah, we're over 12,000. That's nice. Ah.
Our princess is looking at a mural. There's another one there too. It shows a whole bunch of space elevators. Skies unknown. Cosette, let's go. Yes.
Warning! Missiles launched from the Arsenal bird. They're Helios projectiles. All aircraft, stay clear of the blast area. 10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact.
How many got caught in that explosion?
Broadcaster, do we have more incoming?
Unknown. Proceed with caution.
Wilco. We can't switch off the security system, but we've got this. If what he said is true, this will give us at least 10 seconds. Cosette! Cosette! What the hell's wrong with you?
Okay, so he's doing something strange.
Get back here! As you all saw, we have a problem. The princess went by herself into the maintenance area and has shut us out. No idea what got her going this time. Stupid woman.
Missile launch from the Arsenal bird. Shit, airburst tight. Helios arriving in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Helios arrived.
Darn it.
I said we were gonna take down the space elevator, but it's not like we can just go out there and chop it down. At the top of the windbreak, 6 location markers have been set in place. They monitor distortions in the space elevator. Those are the locations we need to target. If the sensors go bad, the elevator's observation system will think the elevator has fallen. Until its safety can be confirmed, all microwaves will be stopped.
Oh, I get it. Party.
I was gonna do it myself. You dumbass.
Helios launched from the Arsenal bird. 5 seconds. 3, 2, impact now.
How about that? It's all over.
Helios arriving in 10 seconds. 5 seconds to arrival. 2, inbound.
I'm going down. It's up to you now.
30 seconds remaining.
Can I? No, can't.
Strider 1, locked on target. Target is down. Fox 2. Targeting gun range.
Monster bird is in our trap. We'll use a saturation attack. Wait for the signal.
It's gonna be interesting. That's the same I'm using, I think.
Inform the coalition units. We're nearing after the arsenal bird.
Incoming!
5,
Okay.
4.
Oh.
Everybody, give this
Okay,
attack
physical dilemma.
everything you've got. Open fire!
Physical dilemma Ogi? Is it you playful?
All missiles were shot out of the sky. Attack failed. Cruise missiles did not reach their target.
Damn monster!
Longcaster warning all aircraft. I have multiple blips on my scope. Here they come.
That's something.
Hey, look at the arsenal bird.
Lasers!
Missile destroyer infiltration marker sunk. We can't sprain it! Evacuate! Flagship Starling heavily damaged by laser weapons. We want to capture aircraft control or nothing. Signal blast! Deploy lifeboats!
HQ, we have a problem. Damage to the Allied fleet is extensive.
That was some pretty impressive firepower. I, for one, did not see that coming.
The active protection system operated as expected. We should launch another saturation attack. Air power. You'll slow the arsenal bird.
C2, Fox 2. I've got this one.
Enemy missile launch. Concentrate on dodging.
Look at that light from the arsenal bird.
Missile inbound, evade! It's readying its APS. All aircraft, break off from the arsenal bird. Behind you, rocket.
That's close. I'll be right other than a gunner.
Say goodbye.
That's not
Whoa.
the control room. Go through the airlock and get on the maintenance elevator. Head to the top of the windbreak. Do you think you can put on that pressurized suit by yourself? You'll never get it on over those frills.
I'm getting sick of that arrogant bastard. Seriously.
No good. The engine control room is gone. Order to the opposite. Get a radar repair and KIC.
Nothing phases this thing. How are we supposed to hit it?
All aircraft. We can no longer commence with a second saturation attack. All aircraft. Separately engage in direct attacks.
HQ, it won't be easy to take down the arsenal bird with conventional weaponry. All the ace pilots in the world won't save us unless we have a plan.
Give us time. We'll see what we can do.
You're just thinking about it now? Cover any friendlies it's hit.
Missile inbound, evade!
Landed on a friendly's tail. I bet that one hurt.
Fox 2.
It's readying its APS.
Locked on.
Damn it. I've taken some damage. One aircraft hit. No, two.
I can see light bulb shaped thing, but it isn't lit up.
On my target. That's a location marker. Have it through there, right?
Got it.
Is there something we can do? Just evading like this will get us all killed.
All the main propellers have been stalled.
How are you? Are you still in this?
This is C2. Locked on enemy.
When's that shield gonna lose power?
Never. Elevators continuously supplying you with power.
Then what should we do?
Calm down. I'll do something.
What are you gonna do? Smash it. Smash all 6 of the bastards. It'll lose power.
Damn shield. Just go away. Be gone. Disappear.
Gone cuckoo count.
Away with you. Look.
Just what kind of magic did you work there, you asshole?
It wasn't magic. It's a scam. Now's our chance. Do it, Trigger.
On my way. Shoot. You should shoot too.
It's switched to the backup power supply. That means the main supply's been cut off.
The
confirmed destroyed.
More about staying alive while shooting than anything else at the moment.
Strider 1 has destroyed a sub-propeller. You can do it. There's no way it isn't damaged.
Damn it. Yeah, I know missile.
Trigger got a sub-propeller.
Huh. Hey.
You're getting the hang of this, Trigger.
Remember, our target is the Oghupower.
The main propeller is moving again. Just how hard is that thing? He's down to destroying the lieutenant's base. Say what? If we destroy the docking modules, the supply unit will break off and burst. That'll leave the lieutenant base vulnerable. Light it on fire and we can cook that bird. Theoretically, we're the only ones with experienced pilot. There will be a problem, but... Yeah, but our guy's more than just an experienced pilot. Trigger, let's do this. Is he really that good of a pilot? I'd bet on it. Besides, if that was impossible, he wouldn't have said anything.
Watch out! The drones are falling! Everyone calm down. You want to get yourself killed? George? Tabloid! Get back here! I can't leave that girl to die. Fine. Get her, but be quick about it! Is everything okay?
Shoot!
The drones are acting weird. Run! Careful!
One docking module destroyed.
Great work!
Strider 1, I knew you could do it. Move on and destroy the rest. Docking module destroyed. That's 2 of them. Don't let yourself be distracted. Just focus on what you need to do.
Is everything okay? Good. Some people were crushed. The kid Tabloid went after him.
Damn it.
He ran that distance with a gun in his hands. Good. What about Tabloid? Is he safe? George and the girl were saved. They were saved. Both of them.
Docking module destroyed.
Come.
One left.
Come.
Nicely done. This'll be a good story to tell my son.
Come.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you. Enemy on your back. I can't shake him. Strider 1, targeted
Damn it.
fire.
Too soon.
Missile coming at you. Missiles depleted.
Yep.
Fine now!
Missile away.
Strider 1 has been shot down.
Yeah man, that's an Origins chant.